if you come from the north to the south with a sensational story, you could make over $800,000.
Oh, I don't usually do this, but you are a particularly soulless ghoul, so I will engage. First of all, the people and loyal citizens of Pyongyang were not compensated. That is why it's often recommended as an alternative to people who were compensated for their claims. The idea that people who've been compensated to tell their story are not credible does not come from nowhere. That is called checkbook journalism, and it is considered notoriously unreliable and unsafe. It's the equivalent of tabloid news. Next, around this idea, who should you ask? You can't just call them up. Actually, people from other countries who enjoy diplomatic relationships with North Korea are able to travel to the DPRK, and they do, and many of them will talk to you about their experiences there. In fact, many people from the DPRK also travel internationally. Many people talk about having classmates from the DPRK when they go to college, for example. Just because the United States does not enjoy diplomatic relations with the DPRK and also has cut them off in a massive global embargo does not mean every other country in the world follows suit. There are people who do enjoy diplomatic relations with the DPRK, like China and Russia, and people from both of those places travel to North Korea, and people from North Korea travel there as well. Now, the reason why I think you are a particularly soulless ghoul, as I mentioned, is this. Your entire video is blatant propaganda regurgitation. You literally know nothing about this topic. However, what particularly gets me about this issue is that you are doing genocide apologia. Spreading Western propaganda about one of our political enemies in a country where we literally committed genocide there is so morally reprehensible that I am shaking. You are attempting to manufacture after the fact consent for the United States going to Korea, dividing that country in half, committing genocide in the South, and then killing 20 to 25% of the population in the North when they dared to protest and try to make us leave. You are regurgitating Western talking points to dunk on a country we committed genocide in. You're not even getting the story right. I'm quite confident that there is a beautiful career on Fox News ahead of you, babe. But it should tell you something, that all 541 of your comments are people who have deranged parasocial relationships with me because they refuse to read a book to actually look into what I'm saying. In fact, some of those comments were people saying, I've looked at the sources, they're all forum posts and blog articles. There's not a single forum post or blog article on any of the resource documents that are available in my link tree. Majority of them are peer-reviewed academic texts, including full books from the world's foremost historians on Korea and contemporary Korean history in particular, including professors at universities like Rutgers, for example. You are a capitalist wretch. I hope there is a hell, so you will be forced to atone for your sins here on Earth. We committed genocide there, Aspen. Do you know what genocide is? I hope the creator check is worth it. Repulsive behavior.